G'day everyone, welcome to Seagulls TV for our round 14 team selection video ahead of our clash with Box Hill at the Box Hill City Oval on Saturday. And joining us as always to take us through the match is football manager Chris Dixon. Chris, massive game for both senior and development sides out there on Saturday.
Huge weekend coming up, so as it always is when we come up against Box Hill, it's always pretty really contested games at both levels, and we've seen obviously mixed results sort of probably over the past 3 years, so it's a huge weekend. I think both clubs will have, both teams will have the opportunity to go on top if we get the win and a few other results go our way, so it's a really important game. And look, obviously we've got to atone for our round 2 game when Box Hill got us in both games, so plenty to play for.
We'll take a look at the side now, and a couple of important ins returning to line up with Cameron Lockwood and Aaron Sipos back after a layoff with injury.
Really good to have those boys back, so I guess with Sip sort of missing a couple of weeks and obviously Cam with his hamstring as well, so really keen just to get that experience back, given sort of the weather as well. Their bigger bodies are going to be pretty important out there, so great to have them back in the mix. It's really important. Hopefully over the next few weeks we get a few more guys back. Obviously we've got a couple of boys overseas at the moment, and obviously Peter Falk's out as well, but hope we are getting back to full strength, which is really important.
One of the outs this week is overseas at the moment, joining his brother Alex Carr. He's obviously an obvious omission of this week's game.
Yeah, so we've got both Alex and Ed over in Canada. They've got their brother's wedding over there, so which is obviously a once in a lifetime opportunity for them. So I'm sure they're going to be doing all their work and making sure they're getting lots of training sessions in over there. But I'm sure they're having a good time, and we'll get them back in a couple of weeks' time.
And one of the other inclusions this week, we've flipped over our 23rd man, and Lockie Schultz comes in for his 3rd game. I thought he was really impressive against the Bulldogs in his last effort with us.
He certainly was. Kicked a couple of really important goals for us in that game. Probably was just a victim of, I guess, us wanting to go with a taller 23rd player in recent weeks. We've also had a couple of the Western Jets boys come in as well, so it's probably been a while since he's been sort of in that frame to play as a 23rd. But he's going to be really important, just his general goal sense around the ground, and once again I sort of feel that conditions are going to be pretty favourable to him as well. He's got the ability to really track in and put some defensive pressure into the front end.
Box Hill probably aren't sitting where they'd like to be on the ladder, but they're always very tough to play, especially out of Box Hill City Oval, and on Saturday they'll probably be fielding one of their strongest lineups of the year.
We saw, I guess, with the team's name last night, you see someone like a Daniel Howe who comes out of the Hawthorn side because Rioli's back in, so that's just an indication of where their depth is at the moment when someone like that has been playing really good AFL football gets squeezed out. So certainly they probably haven't had the same sort of numbers as what they will on the weekend. They have got some guys back from injury as well, so certainly we won't be looking at their results probably the past few weeks. We know when we come up against them they're a quality side, and certainly where they're sitting, as you said, doesn't reflect their standing in the competition, so it's going to be game on, and it's going to be a great game for everyone to come down and watch.
Well, if you'd like to come out and watch and are looking for some public transport out that way, you can jump on our Seagulls supporters bus, which leaves down here at Seagulls Nest Pub on Mason Street in Newport at 12:30. So just call the club on 93910309 if you'd like to jump on board that. That'll do us for another week. Thanks very much for joining us, and we'll see you out there at Box Hill City Oval on Saturday.